is another question. How can I approach my adolescent's growing sexuality? How can I protect my adolescent from drugs and other sorts of addictions? This one is a very big and important question. All medical research and public health data show that when young children want information, advice and guidance, they turn to their parents first. However, during adolescence, they turn to their peer group, internet and others more as sources. Therefore, you need to start talking to your kids about such matters as early as possible and not wait their adolescence. Kids are exposed to tough issues they are unable to cope with at increasingly early ages, so we need to be able to talk about such topics age appropriately from age 3 years upward. When they ask you a question on these matters, take this opportunity to provide reliable information that represent your values and principles before they are exposed to some other source you don't agree with. Through answering questions as well as proactively telling about how their bodies will change as they grow and the proper conduct on how they relate to friends and family and other adults, you will be preparing them for the next stage. You will also be protecting them from harmful interferences such as child abuse, introduction to drugs, and so on. Adolescents want to move urgently away from being dependent, whilst at the same time fearing the unknown limitlessness of moving beyond parental control. We know this from our own experience of growing up. However, young people have more fears and anxieties than we had, and they are lonelier as a result of living in a more complex world. We also know that the more parents communicate openly with their adolescent, the less likely that they will complicate their lives with addictions or unplanned pregnancies. One of the most common mistakes I observe parents make is the way they use fear, shame, and humiliation in what they imagine to be discipline. This blocks effective communication, leaving children unprepared for challenges in life ahead. With the best intentions, people can damage their children. They compare their kids with others, often criticizing and using humiliation in attempts to create respect. Such improvements that seem to be achieved are based upon fear and are likely to be superficial. The two biggest risks from these approaches are that your child may resent you and at the same time also blame themselves for not being a perfect child you can love. They are more likely to underperform academically and in some situations may even develop a variety of serious mental illnesses such as eating disorders, obsession, depression, phobias, etc. Some unable to cope with all of this could even be driven to attempt to kill themselves. You and your loved ones are significant. To receive regular tips to help you achieve more autonomy, visit my page.